and welcome. Today we're on BeamNG on the newest update 0.27. I've got the off-road vehicles, the new ones for this update, spawned up on the dirt track in West Coast USA, as you can see here. And I know I've done videos on this in the past, so I kind of want to revisit that, but use these new vehicles and see how they perform. And I have the Gavril D series trophy truck spawned up because it has been updated as well, so we can also compare that, especially since we do have another trophy truck to compare it against. That's a vanilla vehicle. But yeah, so I'm gonna load into some time trials, and we are gonna do 2 laps with a rolling start on the dirt track to see kind of which vehicle is the best suited for this. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we've loaded in with the Rock Racer. This configuration does have Nitrous as an option, but I'm not going to use that. I feel like it's cheating a little too much, since none of the other vehicles have Nitrous, but I will say it does make a lot of a difference. Maybe I'll actually run it again with the Nitrous just so you can see, but yeah, it makes a huge difference. I probably won't do like a full race because the Nitrous will only last about a lap. So, but I'll just do like the beginning part just to show you guys how much of a difference it makes. Now, one thing about this vehicle, I did go with the racer-oriented one because that set at a lower center of gravity, so that should help a little bit with handling. So I felt like that was a more fair comparison, since this vehicle isn't really made for this style of racing, but well, that's beside the point. So try to make our way through. I wish that I could steer a little more with the rear end. I feel like that'd make it a bit easier to tackle this circuit because it's a bit understeery, which I feel like I kind of prefer oversteery cars a little more. Kind of fits my driving a little bit, especially when it comes to off-road. That's a pretty good corner there. Now I am kind of slowing up for that tabletop just because I don't want to like absolutely send it. Because I feel like if we're gonna try to keep it a little realistic, you wouldn't want to break the vehicle. So. We almost cleared that little double there. I figured I'd go for it on the last lap. Okay. So, we have got a 54.5 and a 56.1. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of record those. We'll take the fastest lap, and obviously we can also compare the overall lap time, but yeah, real quick though, I am going to load up with the Nitrous. Alright, so I'm going to get the Nitrous going, just so you can see how much quicker this vehicle is. So we'll just do the 1 lap just for demonstration, but as you can see already though, this is definitely a lot more aggressive when it comes to the throttle control and whatnot. Really kind of sending it now, and you pick up a lot of speed in the straights. So yeah, it definitely makes a huge difference. Got an over rev wrist there. Oops, it's all right though. Alright, so you got a 54.2. So I feel like actually kind of didn't make that much of a difference in lap time, but it does feel a lot faster now. I wasn't trying to do the best lap possible. I was just trying to show off kind of the speed difference, but regardless, that way you can see what it's like with the Nitrous. But we're going to go ahead and load up into the next vehicle. Alright, so we've loaded back in with the Piccolina. Got the Unlimited class, like I said. Now luckily the lap doesn't start until you cross the first checkpoint there, and this is mighty loud, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. But already, I feel like this is probably gonna put down a faster lap time than the Rock Racer. It's definitely a little more oversteery, which is nice, so that way I can kind of steer with the rear a bit more. Again, I'm not trying to completely just send it over these jumps. I'm trying to drive somewhat practical. Man, we got really close to that wall. Getting a little squirrely on that landing, but that's okay. And we cleared that double. That helps out the lap time a lot if you can clear that. Alright, trying to focus here. I really want to put down a heater. That first lap was not necessarily the greatest. Getting definitely a bit squirrely. I feel like when it kind of like hits its power band, it's a little harder to control. Alright, again, kind of clearing that double. Not all the way, but at least landing on top of the table, so. I mean, 55.3 was the fastest lap. So, actually, a bit slower. That's kind of surprising because it feels faster, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to load in to the next vehicle, which will be the Gravel D Series. So we'll see how that does. Alright, so we've loaded up into the Gravel D Series. Now again, I've already driven this truck around the track on a video before, but it has been updated, so we will see how this does and compares to the other vehicles that have gone so far. So, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that the buggy wasn't faster than the Rock Racer, so we'll see how this does, but this kind of feels a little slower. I think maybe one of the reasons why the buggy might have felt faster is just for the fact that it was kind of twitchy, I guess, which kind of made it feel like you were going pretty fast, whereas this is definitely more controlled, so it may not have that same like sense of speed, but we will go ahead and see. I don't know if we'll be able to clear the double with this. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna slow up a bit so we don't damage the truck. I'll go for it on the last lap. Now there is a stadium version of the next trophy truck that we're gonna test, the new SP one. But to keep it fair, I'm probably going to just use the unlimited version. Just because that's what we did for the buggy. I feel like it's a little closer to this trophy truck as well, so alright, coming up on the last lap here. Yeah, based off that first lap, I don't think we're gonna be faster at all. Again, not clearing that double. Alright. Man, so 2:57.6s. Pretty consistent. I like the consistency. But, yeah, not as fast as the Rock Basher so far. I realize I said Rock Racer when I was doing it, but whatever. So, yeah, that is... Man, 5 seconds slower than the Rock Basher. That's surprising. But we have the last vehicle to test, which is the SP Pre-Runner. So we'll go ahead and load into that vehicle. Alright, so it is actually called the SP Dune Kicker, so I misspoke once again. But we will see how this vehicle tackles the circuit. You know, that's actually not a great start. We're going to go ahead and retry that. Alright, so I'm going to try to carry as much speed as I can through these corners. And depending on this lap time, I might actually give the stadium configuration a go. Just because this doesn't feel much faster than the Gravel D series. It does feel a little faster, but... Okay. I would like to... we kind of sent that a little bit too hard. Didn't mean to do that, but I was going to say I have been doing this series where I will do various disciplines like rally cross, some track racing, and I was doing a comparison on controller versus wheel to see which one I'm faster on. I might consider doing that with these new off-road trucks, like a Baja edition type thing. I may not do this track. I might actually use the new map. Ooh, got a little sketchy there. We almost rolled. Okay, that was not a great lap. We're gonna go ahead and give that you know what, I saw that it was a 56, so we're just gonna go ahead and spawn into the stadium version and see if that's any faster than the 56. So we will go ahead and load back in. Alright, so we've got the stadium variant spawned up here, so we'll see if this will actually be a little faster, because it should have better handling, probably more suitable suspension for this style of circuit. And already it actually does feel a little more predictable and a little tighter with the handling, so I do feel like this might actually be a little bit faster. Because I am genuinely shocked that the rock bouncer so far has been the fastest, because it does not really feel the fastest. Like I said, I feel like the buggy kind of feels faster, but that just might be because of how twitchy and kind of hard it is, you know, hard it is to control. We almost cleared the double there. Might be able to clear it on the last lap. Yeah, there we go. 54, so that's definitely faster than the 56 of the Unlimited variant. I just figured that one would probably be a little faster because more horsepower and whatnot, but I guess the handling for this case really does make a huge difference, so makes sense. Alright. I do think this truck looks sick, though. The paint job and everything. Yeah, this is really fun to drive. Alright. Again, close to clearing the double, but not quite. Another 54. Alright. So that is definitely surprising. So we have beat the rock bouncer. We beat it by 2 seconds. That's quite a bit. This truck does feel a little quicker than the rock bouncer, but it doesn't necessarily feel much quicker, and it definitely does not feel quicker than the buggy, but it is faster than the buggy. Maybe I just had a horrible run with the buggy, but still, I mean, if I cleaned it up a bit, would I shave off about 2 seconds, or a second and a half, I guess, ish? I really don't know, but that is interesting, and I appreciate you checking out this video. I definitely want to do some more content with these new vehicles, new map, whatnot, because this is right up my alley. This update, all kind of off-road oriented. This is amazing. So thank you for watching the video, and until the next one.